All right, so I've been sitting down. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to start this video. Usually I can do it in one take, right? It's taken me a couple of tries. Hopefully this is going to be my last one right here. Reason being is it's a brand new update. We're talking 1.0 is here. Specifically in this video, we're going to be talking about Erangel 2.0, all and everything that comes with it. The overall feel, I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on it. One thing I can say is the map has been so hyped up from Tencent themselves. They've really been advertising that not only the update, but specifically the map. Now, usually when things get overhyped like that, often the player or the user or the viewer can often be left disappointed. Let me be the first one, if you haven't heard it yet. All right, I know there's been a lot of videos and a lot of people streaming Erangel, but let me be the first one to tell you that this map is worth all of the hype that it received. This could possibly bring back so many players that the game has lost. And not only the map itself, but just the entire UI in general, the engine, the graphics, just how polished everything is, the feel, the frames. It is a 10 out of 10 if someone had to ask me to rate this new update. What's great about Erangel 2.0 is it still feels like Erangel. I mean, it's not like you're in a completely different place or anything like that. It still has that classic Erangel feel, but it truly does give it a breath of fresh air, a facelift, if you will. It feels amazing. The sounds are amazing. So I really want to get that out of the way first. I think that turned out to be a good intro. Now what I want to talk about is some of the buildings, some of the layouts. We're going to go to all the major compounds. We checked out Quarry, has a couple buildings added. The rock structures look a little bit different. They've added, like I said, they've added a couple buildings. Not a whole lot. It seems like the loot is a little bit better in Quarry, but then again, I never really go there ever until this update. So I can't really have much to compare it to. As far as Pachinki, all right, like I said, we're going to hit all the major places. We did this in about 3, maybe 4 takes. Pachinki still is pretty much the same. The church looks a little different. We're gonna check out the church in Severny in a little bit. But as far as the building, the overall layout, they've added grass. They have added a couple more broken walls and center dividers. But Pachinki still seems to be almost the same, except a couple of the buildings have different colors. They have a couple different layouts inside. I did want to check out this though, the bridge. They have had a couple vehicles. I actually tried to see if you could get inside this. I mean, they have the trunk open. They have the doors open. You're not able to get inside of it. So the strategy for the bridge, yes, you'll definitely still be able to camp this thing. Now, one of the biggest changes was this right here. We're talking military. This is the southeast corner of military, and this was never here. The area that this used to be, or where this used to be located, which is still there, is actually on the far west end of military. But I absolutely love what they did to this area. This used to be just a big, flat, open-spaced area. But now you have all those different rock structures, especially like final circles that close right there would be epic. Just look at it. Just look at the rock structures. I've also noticed the trees. You don't have those annoying little teeny tiny trees that you used to have from before. You could run into and you wonder, why can't my car just run these over? Those seem to have gone away. Now, as far as military, I actually feel like it feels like an actual military base, if that makes sense. When you look at the colors, the overall layout, one thing that they did get rid of in military. Now, what I'm about to tell you guys, some of you might have loved it. The majority of it depends what end of the barrel you were on. But they have eliminated the bushes, those pesky, annoying, or fantastic bushes that used to be right outside of main or the C blocks. So those have now gone away. This is also amazing. This little radio tower right here, just that overall lookout. It's definitely much more enclosed than the old one used to be. The other one was much more open. You could hop right over. This one, to get over, you actually have to jump or leap over, and then you have to hit the crouch button in order to get on the other side. You can see there's a few more walls. Like I said, where the bushes were, now you can see that there are these wall structures as opposed to those bushes. There's a little bit more grass. So again, beautiful. It still has the same overall look to it. However, you do get a very nice feel, and it just feels, it's like a breath of fresh air, man. One good thing that I also noticed is the render distance as far as the buildings. Look at this. You can already see the crates in Novo right here. You could already see the crane in Novo. Before, that wouldn't render in till you're just a couple hundred meters away, maybe 300 meters away, where those buildings would start rendering in. Now it's from up in the plane. So that alone makes this an incredible update, period, point blank. Out of everything, aside from the warehouse, those brick warehouses that you see here, you also see those in Georgia Pool. It does appear that Novo seems to more or less be the same. And again, we're just pretty much playing against bots, as this is the beta. But yeah, they also have like some of these water tanks, a few structures added here and there. There is some more grass that has been added. One thing that I would like to mention as we are going to be constructing our man-made BRDM right here. I freaking can't with this guy, freaking Jacob. Big shouts to Jacob. Make sure you guys check out his video. He's releasing the basement video, all the secret basements. I'm going to show you guys one at the very, very end. He did an entire video on it. Make sure you guys check that out. I'll put a link to his video down in the description. But yeah, so this is our man-made BRDM. Again, the overall feel of the map to include coming down to the water. Look at the rocks. Look at the rocks on the cliff right there. It's crazy, the details. And I think this is just HD. This isn't even HDR. So, and again, if you haven't played the update itself yet, and you're watching it for the first time, just the overall feel, just how the game feels in your hands, feels 10 times better. Look at the sand. The sand actually looks like sand. Before it was like mud. I don't even know what it was. But this is one of the first things that we noticed was it's literally a white sandy beach. I mean, it's absolutely perfect as we're coming up here into Milta. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on all the other little features inside the update. But check this out. The Tommy gun, another thing, just because of how crisp and clean and detailed everything is, the iron sights feel so much better than what they did before, including the Tommy gun. However, you don't have to worry about an iron sight Tommy gun anymore. Why? This is another thing. Now we're going to get into the buildings. Look how much more open this is compared to the other little attic room. And before, to shoot through this, you'd actually have to be proned out. Now you can stand up and shoot through this building. So there are a couple things that I've noticed. Oh, before I forget, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. You guys are going to yell at me in the comment section. So the Tommy gun can now have a red dot or a hollow. And this hollow is the same hollow that looks like the one you put on the Uzi versus the hollow, how it appears when it's on an M4. So it's much, much different. And I actually like the look of this hollow better. The hollow, how it appears on the Uzi. And again, now how it appears on the Tommy gun. This gun could quite possibly be new meta. Now check this out. Underneath those stairs, you used to be able to camp under those stairs. Whether you're waiting for somebody, whether you were knocked and you could hide under those stairs, that is completely different. They've also added a couple more crates. And this is the squad house. This is what is commonly referred to as the squad house. Has definitely gotten a facelift. We also have the other warehouses that we'll be checking out. But again, the overall structure itself is the same. It seems most compounds do have grass where they did not have grass before. And this is another thing, the little kitchen area inside these buildings, these are all over the map. So not that that's really going to change a whole lot. But it is something worth noting that is much more open. So it seems like in a lot of areas where you would be trolled by campers, or if you'd be knocked and you could have some sanctuary until you could get the revive, a lot of those staircases have now been blocked off to include school. School definitely looks more like a school now. You can see the pool area where it used to be blue. Now it has this green. The basketball area is now orange. So, and of course, just the overall look to all these buildings, whether it be the paint, whether it be how The brick buildings, now you can see that tile. You can actually see the basketball court in the basketball area. Go figure. So that was another one. Underneath these stairs inside the pool area, that staircase is no longer accessible. Same thing with this building right here, or this room right here. Used to have those crates. There would be like 2 little separate sections of crates that are no longer there. So even if you prone out, if someone's up on that roof, so it seems like they've eliminated a lot of the camping that was readily available to many players in at least some of these structures. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys another one. Now we're here, of course, you know, we're going to go ahead and check out Raz and see what's going on here as we make our way up. So right here is where you would normally get onto this roof. You could normally just jump right over it. Now you can't. So what you have to do now is you have to actually hop up onto the railing like so. And we're going to watch Jacob have a little epic fail. Nice try. So right here, you get inside this railing, and this is how you hop over to this one stack right there. But check this out. Before, this building didn't have this little lip on it. So it offers great cover for if you're having a fight with someone in Raz. However, to your south, where school is, and up on Raz Hill, which is also 10 times different, you're going to be completely exposed. So, you know, be ready for third parties. You know, if someone's hearing you, if they hear a fight going down in Raz and you're on top of that building. The other thing is Raz Hill itself. Now, I didn't go to it, I don't think, in this clip, but take my word for it. It now has a fence around it. There's a fence surrounding that Razak Hill. It's very annoying, and I wish they didn't have it. If there's anything I could gripe about, I don't think I've complained about anything, but if there's one thing I could complain about, it would be that. Now, again, we're talking about how they've released, look at that Tommy gun. I mean, granted, these are all bots, but still, that was amazing. It just feels amazing. Now, again, like I mentioned, they've gotten rid of majority of these little pesky camping spots to include the one at the church. For those of you guys that remember seeing it, there used to be that little area up inside that little tower where you could just full on hide 100% and just camp the crap out of it. That has also been eliminated. Look at this. This is the building we commonly referred to as Walmart. The big green building just right outside of Shelter. This could not look any different. I mean, this isn't a facelift. This is a completely different building. Ooh, check this out. Little map of Erangel inside right in the center. When I first saw it, I thought this was like the flat earth model. But nope, it's just Erangel right inside the center. But yeah, now you have this little balcony up on top. So while some buildings got facelifts, we're talking, you know, paint jobs, you know, they redid some of the stucco, some of the bricks, needed a little touch up. This building is 100% new. It's going to take a while to get used to this one. Same thing here in Milta Power. Pay close attention, because when we were inside this building, now again with this warehouse, there are a few of these warehouses peppered throughout the map. So they're all, you know, not only did they get a facelift, you know, as far as colors, the brick layouts, they just the entire feel of it, but the actual look inside itself with the crates. And again, you can't get up on top of them like you could before and camp the crap out of it, shoot through the windows. It really feels as though they tried their best to eliminate some of the really trolly camping spots that were available before. But yeah, like I said, when we were first inside this building, we didn't even realize that this was like Milta Power, that tall green building where you get up on the rooftop, you know, like the arcade war mode there, you know, that was very popular inside Milta Power. At first, we didn't even know we were here. It was crazy. So it cannot be compared to anything. It's a completely new building, 100%. It's kind of like two structures, and it even has that little bridge, that internal bridge that connects them. The outside's different, like right here, you can see there's where it connects the two buildings. The crates, just 100% different, just like how the building where that Walmart building used to be, also 100% different. Same thing here in prison. This used to be the little two, it was like a little two stack. I think it was a red two stack. You know, nothing special about it, but this is crazy. So not only prison might be a place, look how big this room is. Before it was much smaller. So one thing I will say, I think prison could potentially become a much more popular drop location. Just so you guys saw, we went from the rail, we went ahead and ledge grab, and check this out. We're up on top of this roof, this blue roof, overlooking all of prison. This is crazy, and especially a big building like this should have plenty of loot in your matches. How about a water tower? You tell me you want to get on a water tower? Guess what? Boom, check this out. We're going to the water tower, and Jacob just landed. He touched down at the watchtower. So again, the overall feel and layout. I mean, you want to talk about a trolley final circle? Because some circles do land in, some final circles do end here in prison. So imagine being up here. Absolutely crazy. Again, the warehouses down below are also much different. And we didn't find a way. They do have that water tower and watchtower on the other side of prison. But those two we were able to access. Speaking of access, how about a basement? How about a secret basement? They have to shoot your way through in order to gain entry. This is pretty crazy. And this is what we referred to as like the yellows. This is right out from the bridge. So these are those yellow structures. There was pretty much not a whole lot to them. And check this out. Here's the floorboard. The way we get through, you just shoot through it. So they've eliminated some trolley campy spots, but now they've added some. And imagine if you get inside this basement and then you lock yourself in like with a vehicle. I mean, there's so many different strategies that can be used. But yeah, just overall, I absolutely love it. I was skeptical. I'm not going to lie to you. I was skeptical with all of the hype that they put out. Like, okay, yeah, Erangel 2.0, just calm down. Like, we get it. But I will say that this update has lived up to its expectation and beyond that, in my humble opinion. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of the brand new Erangel. How do you feel about the game? Are you ready for Season 15? Let me and everybody else know down in the comment section. A 10 out of 10 in my book. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But until the very next one, this has been Riggs from Riggs Gaming.